Cause Twitch don't care.
You're a really good
You don't give a fuck about a nigga.
kisser. My dad was so wrong about you.
Wait, your dad thought I'd be a bad kisser?
Marcus?
Don't Marcus me, Abigail. Kissing soup's important to me. I've been practicing all day on my mom's
Bruh,
favorite throw pillow.
no way.
The smaller pillow's in a couch, more decorative than practical.
Oh my god! No!
Yes, and now the pillow's all wet and my mom's pissed. Do you really like me?
No!
I knew it, which is why I've also been practicing on your best friend. Sorry, Abigail, but I think it's time for me to move on.
At that point, he deserved it.
.org. I knew you'd regret it.
No, I was screaming because someone just chopped your head off.
Oh, so the whole time you were warning me. That is
Stupid.
so us. Kiss me.
Well, then I guess you don't want this back.
Badgie! I missed your girl. Have you seen Cuffy? What about Crime JP?
Not until you crack this week's bizarre unsolvable case.
Dare I go back to GrimsBurg? The town I left behind like a perfectly timed elevator fart. A place permanently cursed a century ago by a virgin sacrifice gone sideways. A city so full of vice, they named it twice. Then realized that sounded dumb, so they went back to just the one word. Grim. Wait. Hold it. Wow. Big bite. GrimsBurg.
Bro, you're barking up the wrong.
Matrinas!
Find that Kubota.
We find the killer.
We find the killer.
We find the girl.
We find the girl.
No, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions for the local news?
Sorry, man, but this is a crime scene.
Oh, I can see that.
I forgot what it's like watching you tear into a carcass. It was one of the many perks of having a wife who was raised by bears.
Fuck.
Ex-wife, and I'm more than just a woman who was raised by bears.
You're right. That was insensitive.
I was raised by bears, so I think I'm tough enough to take it. So, anything you can tell me about the case?
It's
Actually, this weekend is the annual father-son dance.
And I'll just put on a mustache and treat you like I do every year, hun.
no need because the stash is back and ready to prove he's here to stay. Probably.
Fine, but you better not make me regret this, even though I know you're gonna make me regret this. Let's go get you an ill-fitting suit, Stan.
Great. Bye.
He brought it, Stanny! Now all we gotta do is make sure he never talks to your therapist. Just like us.
Mr. Flesh, now we can finally start our plan to get my parents back together.
And it's gonna work, too, because all of my plans work aside from the dead bird one. Now, let's get you ready for that dance. Are you familiar with the end of Dirty Dancing?
Glad you're back, Flute. This place has been dead without you. Fun.
No,
Hey, Winona.
I hate dark
Are you
humor.
wearing a new scent? I love it.
It's formaldehyde. The man who puts the 10 in lieutenant. You ever put that 10 anywhere else? Body's still off gassing.
That note was a perfect B flat. There must be something inside him.
I keep forgetting to check both sides.
Wowie, a flute. The killer must be trying to make contact with you.
Good thing your name's not Piano.
Because then he'd have a piano with his butt. That'd be messed up.
Summers, a boy is dead.
Damn. The boy is dead.
Kang was the one who suggested we bring you back for this case. I said we'd be better off deputizing an alcoholic alley cat. I was wrong. The mayor needs his daughter found before the opening of the new casino.
Which he also happens to own.
Shut your spitmaker, Stuart.
Sorry, Mom.
Mom.
Hi, I'm Stuart. I just passed the detective exam, but apparently I'm much more valuable taking notes as her secretary.
Never knew you had a kid, Chief. Anything else I don't know?
Let's see.
30 years ago at this school, I had the most brilliant teacher of my life. Then 10 years ago, I sent him to prison for the rest of his. Faced with a teacher shortage, the city ordered him to finish serving out his sentence working here, which is how the man who was once my greatest mentor has now become one of my biggest nemesis. Nemesis. Ugh, just remind me to ask him. He'll know. Dr. Rufus Pentos. How's the ankle bracelet? Itchy, I hope.
Missing bagels from the faculty break room? Wasn't I?
Recognize this?
Oh, he's touching it. It was up somebody's ass, bro.
No, don't put that in your yo.
Oh.
Interesting. Its keys have been altered to only play B flat. Some ruffian stole it from my classroom 2 days ago, but I simply have no idea how he got in.
He got shit in his mouth.
Best of luck finding poor Miss Abigail, whose only crime was growing up in her father's shadow.
Freedom of the press.
Obstruction of justice.
Shouldn't you be getting ready for the dance?
Shouldn't you be not asking me if I shouldn't be doing stuff? Kubo Tobacco. He's the ice block killer. Get him.
Chase mode activated.
This. Go. You better go fast as
If
fuck.
you want to run along, I'll catch up.
Suspect's place. Bupkis.
Kid, speaking as your mentor / work daddy, detectives and criminals are locked in a long, mysterious dance. One big, cosmic dance.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I gotta go.
Damn. She's speeding too.
Don't be a baby, Stan. Don't be here.
Damn.
The suspect's place?
The word dance reminded me of music, and I remembered that the flute was tuned to B flat. The suspect is British, and British people call apartments flats. B flat. Flat B. In other words, apartment B. He's been leading us to...
Be best friends!
Detective Jesus, take the wheel.
Okay, it's time to slow it down, boys and boys.
Damn.
Gee, sure was nice of the killer to use recycled paper. We should all be looking out for future generations like that.
Future generations. My child spawn.
Oh, my baby, what happened, even though I know since I've been warning you about it the whole time?
Oh, you're frozen! Take these to warm you up. Stan! Where'd you go? A lovely boy. A shame his father's duties leave no time for love. Parents truly block out the sun, don't they, Marvin?
You already said that earlier.
I did? Then perhaps it's important.
Oh, I knew this would happen. So, what's next in the Bad Dad Olympics?
It was a mistake. Let me prove I'm not the man who checked into a motel under your credit card for 5 years.
You don't need to prove that to me.
Right. I need to prove it to myself.
No.
Prove it to Lieutenant K? The chief?
This
My
nigga.
dad. No, your dad. The town? Seems a bit much, but I'll do whatever it takes to get my old life back.
You can't quit, Marvin.
Our one lead has freezer burn. My ex won't have me, and I just found out Pete Davidson broke up with... Name TBD. Fill in post.
I'd do anything to be a detective, and you're just throwing it in the trash. At least write down your feelings on the chief's notepad. Make a pros and cons list, and then decide.
Whoa, hold on.
Chief's notepad. Look, the paper matches perfectly. The chief is the killer. Look at me. I solved the case, Flute. I solved the case.
Parents truly block out the sun, don't they, Marvin?
What are you saying? What does that mean?
And to be poetic here, Don't make me spell it out.
But I don't get what this has to do with my son.
What? This nigga's so fucking slow.
Wait. It's not the chief.
It's the chief!
Chief's innocent. The notepad isn't hers. She doesn't believe in climate change, therefore she'd never buy recycled.
Duh, it's a scam. They want us to pay more for something that's already been used, right?
So if it's not the chief, then who?
The poor little boy in her shadow. You wanted to be a detective, but your mom never let you. So you planted a flute in that poor kid's butt, knowing I'd put the pieces together and nail the chief. And then, when she's no longer blocking out the sun, then you, her son, different spelling, get to be a detective at last.
Yeah, pretty much exactly.
So where is Abigail?
This nigga took so fucking long to shoot. Wait, why he did that? She's already dead.
My tank! Stool flute for saving my daughter.
I got something that belongs to you.
Badgie. Wait. First, there's somebody I need to see. You were right. We can't pick up where we left off.
Damn.
Maybe we can start where we are right now.
I just want to give my son everything he needs. And I guess that includes you.
I learned a vital lesson today, child person. The only one I need to prove I've changed to is you. Otherwise, you'll turn into a twisted sicko like Stuart and frame me for a murder I didn't commit. May I?
You...
And at that point, why can't they just check me out? Wow, this is a pretty cool shot. It seems like they're putting some real money behind this. That's gotta be a good sign.
So your pop's moving into the basement, hmm?
Together under one roof again. This is what we've been dreaming of.
Speak for yourself. I've been dreaming about meeting Phoebe Bridgers.
All we need now is a little nudge to get them all the way back together.
Easy. You flood the basement. When your dad starts to drown, your mom is forced to save him and they're back in love. Or you all drown there and become a big happy family in heaven.
Or I give them love letters I wrote and say they're from the other person.
Ah, that works too. But if you do go with that one, you probably want to shut off the main water valve.